and welcome to the Contenders. I'm your host, Peg Young. Tomorrow is Lunar New Year, the biggest holiday in Korea. The roads have been pretty tough with the traffic since Thursday night, since everybody's heading home. Well, once you get there, though, it's great. It's best to spend the holidays with family. Now let's welcome today's contenders. Welcome to our stage. We have the Bad Boys team, Kim Dong-sung and Shin Young-gi. Now, I'm sure you got that name from the movie Bad Boys.
Yes.
Now, which one of you gets to be Will Smith?
I am, because I'm taller than him.
And
That's
you're
the
Martin
reason.
Lawrence?
I don't think so, but most of my friends said that, so I accept it.
You're funny like Martin Lawrence.
He is.
Okay, well, we'll see today
Maybe.
during the game. Now, good luck to you and thank you for joining us. And going against you, we have the simple team, Cho Moon-young and Kim So-young. Welcome to our stage. Now, you said you picked simple because you wanted to keep life simple. Now, how do you keep your life simple?
Well, actually, we just want to have make it every simple. I mean, we just go out for drinking, sometimes dancing, and we don't want to make anything too much complex.
To try to keep things from getting too complicated, you let things go easily and try to have as much fun as you can. Well, you've joined the right show for fun. Good luck to you today and thank you for joining us. Now, in this first section, we'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions. And of course, we continue on until you get a question wrong, and then we give you the sum of points up to that point. If you have a problem with a certain question, it's pretty tough for you, then you can call out chance, and we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and give you a better chance at the correct answer. And of course, if you get all 10 correct, you will get 50 bonus points. Let's hope that both you teams get the 50 bonus points today. Bad Boys, you get to pick Q, U, I, or Z.
You.
Okay, we go with you. Question number 1. Of the following, which is not a coin that is currently issued in Korea? 1, 51, 2, 101, 3, 501, 4, 1001.
4. 10,001.
Yes, 1001. And we go to question number 2. Of the following, which is not a fruit that grows on trees? 1, peach, 2, orange, 3, peanut, 4, pear.
We'll take chance.
We'll take chance. And we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. Final
Number 3,
selection, Bad
peanut.
Boys?
Number 3, peanut.
Yes. Peanut is a nut, not a fruit. But maybe you guys are nervous being on stage under the lights. It can happen. And we go to question number 3. Finish this well-known phrase, all's well that ends blank. 1, safe, 2, quick, 3, soon, 4, well.
Number 4, well.
And we go to question number 4. The Roman numeral C is equal to what number? 1, 10, 2, 100, 3, 1,000, 4, 10,000.
Number 200.
Bad Boys, I can feel you relaxing from here. And we go to question number 5. Composer Johann Sebastian Bach was born in which country? 1, Austria, 2, Hungary, 3, Poland, 4, Germany.
Number 4, Germany.
And we go to question number 6. Which Soviet leader is associated with the term glasnost? 1, Lenin, 2, Stalin, 3, Khrushchev, 4, Gorbachev.
Number 4, Gorbachev.
Good. You guys are doing great so far. How do you see your chances of getting to 10 and getting the 50 bonus points?
We'll have to see next question.
Okay, we'll go to question number 7. Which major tennis Grand Slam tournament is the oldest? 1, Wimbledon, 2, Australian Open, 3 French Open, and 4 US Open.
Number 1, Wimbledon.
That's right. And of course, that was founded in 1877, so that's very old. And we go to question number 8. Oscar-winning actor Russell Crowe was born in which country? 1 Australia, 2 New Zealand, 3 England, 4 Scotland.
Number 1, Australia.
Good guess, but actually he's a Kiwi. He was born in New Zealand. You end the section at 70 points. And we go to the symbol team. You have a choice between Q, I, or Z.
We're gonna choose Q.
Okay, you'll go with questions at Q. Number 1. What is the date of the last day of February in 2003? 1, 28, 2, 29, 3, 30, 4, 31. If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
Okay, we can take chance.
Okay, we'll take chance, take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And
Okay, we number 1.
good guess. I guess you haven't looked at the calendar.
Yeah, we haven't.
This year it ends on the 28th. And we go on to the next question, question number 2. Which is not a movie that Leonardo DiCaprio starred in? 1 Titanic, 2 The Beach, 3 Catch Me If You Can, 4 Boogie Nights.
Number 4.
Right. Mark Wahlberg was the star of that. And we go to question number 3. Of the following, which country does not celebrate the Lunar New Year holiday? 1 Korea, 2 Japan, 3 China, 4 Taiwan.
Number 2, Japan.
You guys are on a roll, right?
Yep.
Feel much better?
Yeah, much better.
And we go to question number 4. Of the following, which is not a keyboard instrument? 1 piano, 2 organ, 3 mandolin, 4 cembalo.
Number 3.
Yes, it is the mandolin. And we go on to question number 5. Of the following, which is an incorrect match between a sport and one of its associations? 1 LPGA, golf, 2 ATP, tennis, 3 KBO, bowling, 4 WKBL, basketball.
Number 3.
That's right. Of course, KBO is baseball. And we go to question number 6. Finish this common phrase. Like blank off a duck's back. 1 milk, 2 water, 3 oil, 4 eating.
Number 2.
Very good. It means easy, like water off of the duck's back, right? That's how the quiz is so far. What do you think?
Oh, it's okay.
And we go to question number 7. In what year did Christopher Columbus arrive in North America? 1 1369, 2 1412, 3 1492, 4 1511.
Number 3.
And well, how do you see your chances of getting to question 10 and getting 50 bonus points?
It's actually getting harder, but we'll try.
Give it a good try. We go to question number 8. What is the largest country in Africa? 1 Egypt, 2 Libya, 3 Kenya, and 4 Sudan.
Number 3.
The correct choice would have been Sudan, 2.4 million square kilometers. That's how large the largest country is. You end this section, both of you, same points, 70 across the board. Congratulations. In the next section, we give you 20 words in a pre-chosen category, and of course, you try to guess what your partner is trying to get at. You cannot use the word or phrase that is on the board. And bad boys, if you're clear on the rules, please come up next to me.
Okay.
And you picked Korean history.
Yes.
Do you have a certain hero of Korean history that you like?
I don't have any favorite one, but I like many of them.
Name one.
광개토대왕,
Ah.
the King 광개토.
Okay, we'll see if he's on the board.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's see.
Ready?
Yep.
Go.
환웅수선. 환웅수선.
당군?
Yes. Tangun found this country.
고조선.
Yeah. Without the first letter.
The old 조선?
What 이성계 found the country.
조선.
Yes. First president of Korea.
이승만?
Yes. What was the noble of Joseon Dynasty? What
사대부.
is it? No, the other one.
양반?
Yes. Main palace of Joseon Dynasty.
경복 팰리스.
Yes. The lady in 3-1 movement.
유관순?
Yes. Pass. What's your religion? Your religion.
Confucius. Confusion. Confucianism.
Yeah. The president who was in longest reign of Korea.
President 박정희?
Yes. The border between Korea and North Korea.
휴전선?
No, the other one. The place where North Korean people and South Korean people meet.
JSA.
No. The place. It was where they. Where
마운틴
people,
금강?
no, people change information in this place by phone call. Pass. The son of Taejong. The
The
one
Great
made
King
Hangul.
세종?
Yes. Pass.
I'm sure you guys knew all the facts, but you did end up passing on a few. The place in the DMZ is Panmunjom, where they exchange information. And you passed actually on Yupggi 심경, which is the book that was first printed using the metal printing process. And of course, this is 200 years before the Gutenberg. And bad boys, you end this section with 160 points. And Simple, if you're ready, please take your position. And you have a pretty fun category. You have
Yes.
famous R people. Who's your favorite R person?
Actually, I don't have a favorite person, but I have a favorite character, R2D2 from Star Wars.
Oh, cute.
Yep, that's cute, small.
And are you ready?
Yep.
Go.
The present U.S. actor. Famous actor, but then president.
Roosevelt and
No.
Reagan.
Reagan. Okay. The president now, Korea.
노무현.
Okay. Pass. Okay. Famous actor from Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts.
No. Male.
Male. Richard Gere.
Pass. Okay. Pass. Okay. The famous character from the movie Muscular Guy. Famous Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Okay. Pass.
Rambo.
Okay. Good. Famous designer. Polo.
Ralph Lauren.
Okay. Famous rock group.
Rolling Stone.
Okay. Brazilian soccer player.
Ronaldo.
The pickpocketer from Hollywood.
Winona Ryder.
Okay. Pass. 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 Australian Prime Minister. You may not know. Okay. Pass. Okay. Famous French sculptor.
Rodin.
Okay, singer, American, very famous, black.
Black what?
Maybe it would have helped to say it's a woman. Diana Ross was what she was trying to get at. You've passed on a few. Ron Howard is actually a director of movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought that's like Howard from Australia, Prime Minister.
And you actually said that Winona Ryder was a pickpocket, but I think she's accused of shoplifting from
Yeah, shoplifting,
SAS.
but we actually practiced a little bit about her, so that's why.
Ah, that was your cue word for
Yeah.
her. I see. Well, you guys actually have ended with the same score once again at 160 points. This is the first time. Congratulations. And so this next section will tell who will get to go to the finals to go against the Otay team. Now we welcome Mr. Kim Jun-sang. Thanks for joining us today. Isn't it interesting how we ended with 70 points in the first half and then 160 across the board?
Yeah, that's what we
even?
call neck and neck, feet to feet, nose to nose, eyebrow to eyebrow. No, I'm just kidding.
And, well, so how do you see the game so far?
Well, I think they're going to have to boost up their performance, I think, to go against the Otay team later on. I think I think they were sort of the bad boys. They could have done much better on the Korean history part. I felt like R was sort of a big range of people that they could have chosen from. So I think that's a tough section. So let's see how they do in this section.
What are the rules for this section?
Okay, this round is a round of 15 non-multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points, so that's 450 points in total. The first team that buzzes in can answer, and when the team gets the answer wrong or cannot answer the question at all, then the question will go over to the other team. And you have 5 seconds to answer, and when both teams cannot answer the question, we will give you a spelling hint.
And of course, you have to wait for me to call on you before you share your answer with us. And so if you understand all of the rules, let's have question number 1.
Okay, question number 1 is about health. Eating too much bread may trigger acne in teenagers. Scientists believe that the refined grain and sugar in some bread can cause high levels of this. Previous studies have suggested that this can cause acne. This is a hormone regulating the glucose level in blood. What is this?
Bad boys.
Cholesterol.
Simple 5 seconds. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? Simple.
Insulin.
Yes, it is insulin that regulates it. And we go to question number 2.
Question number 2 is about title. Recently, the copyright of this novel was under debate in a trial. Originally, the copyrights of this novel were given by James M. Barrie, a writer at a children's hospital. But a Canadian writer now insists that the copyrights to the main characters have been exterminated. What is the title of this novel, whose characters include Tinkerbell and Captain Hook?
Simple.
Hook. The hook.
Bad boys.
Pan.
Hook was the name of the movie that they made from the book Peter Pan, or the story Peter Pan. And we go to question number 4.
Okay, question number 4 is about sport. In early January, this tennis player won her 167th doubles title, teamed with her 17-year-old Russian teammate to win the Australian Women's Hardcourt Tournament. At 46 years old, 2 months and 7 days, she is the oldest player in history.
Bad boys.
Navratilova.
And of course, she set a record. She set at 45 with a victory in Madrid.
What would you be doing at 47 years old? I mean, could you be winning, 46 years old, could you be winning tennis tournaments like her or running around like her? Or?
You know, I really hope so. I hope I age well.
Yeah, man, she is
Top
a
of
specimen.
form, right?
Yeah.
And we go to question number 5.
Okay, question number 5 is science. According to the science magazine Nature, as the world climate becomes warmer in about 100 years, this season will start approximately a month earlier than it does now. That means in the next century in Korea, this season will start in February and not in March.
Simple.
Spring.
And of course, we all worry about global warming, but geez, I wish it got warmer sooner in Korea.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I welcome that, actually.
And we go to question number 6.
Question number 7, is it? Or 6?
6.
Sorry. Question number 6 is about movie. The sequel of this horror 1999 hit movie will open in theaters early next month.
Bad Boys.
Scream.
Good guess, but simple. It's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
In the movie, the characters can survive only through figuring out sequences and formulas hidden in a figure. What is the title of this new kind of horror movie?
Simple, 5 seconds.
Final Destination.
Simple,
Final Destination.
Destination.
Bad Boys.
Cube.
What a frightening movie, to be stuck in a cube and have to mathematically solve yourself out. Ugh.
And I hate math.
Yeah, that's a nightmare. And we go to question number 7.
Okay, question number 7 is about a person. Google, a search engine providing over 55 billion data material worldwide, announced the top 9 search keywords that have become less popular in 2002. Out of these, number 5 is Bin Laden, number 2 Napster, and number 1 is this person. Who is this French prophet who predicted that the world would come to an end in 1999?
Bad Boys.
Nostradamus.
Bad Boys, you have pulled ahead, 280 to Simple's 220. This is a very close game still, and we go to question number 8.
Question number 8 is about country. Recently, the gas stations in this country are working on ways to provide traditional massages so as to prevent road accidents. The traditional massages are also a famous tourism item of the country. What is this country whose capital is Bangkok?
Simple.
Thailand.
And Simple, you are catching up, and we go to question number 9.
Okay, question number 9 is about music. This year is the 200th anniversary of the birth of this musician-composer, and there are various ceremonies and events worldwide. Symphonie Fantastique, the Symphonie Romeo et Juliet, the Prélude La Carnaval Romaine are some of his well-known works. Who is this French musician?
Bad Boys.
Schubert.
Simple, 5 seconds. And so, why don't we give you a spelling hint? Bad Boys. Simple, 5 seconds.
Louis Hector Bronze.
Simple.
Louis Hector Bronze.
I'm going to give you the answer. We're looking for Berlioz. So, did a good job of trying to stick in your letters and to come up with a guess. Now we go on to question number 10.
Okay, question number 10 is about food. This popular winter food is nearly complete in terms of its nutritional values, and it is also called milk of the sea. It contains much.
Simple.
Oyster.
And apparently taurine is what makes this very special, and it keeps you from getting illnesses associated with old age. So maybe Navratilova really likes oysters. I think.
Maybe.
I think we all should make oysters a favorite, right? And we go to question number 11.
All right, number 11 is about region. This place is called the hometown of snow, and it is the first place in which frost falls in all of Korea.
Simple.
Cheonan.
Bad Boys, it's your chance to answer, and we'll finish the question.
A snow flower festival is held here every year. There are many ski resorts here, and it is a ridge located between Gangneung City and Pyeongchang District. The Yeongdong Freeway passes through this ridge. What is the name of this hill?
Bad Boys, 5 seconds. Bad Boys?
Taegwanyeong.
Yes, Taegwanyeong is what we were looking for. And we go to question number 12.
Okay, question number 12 is about a term. This is the basic unit of expressible colors which a computer or program can display. A large number of this means you can view a picture with a higher resolution. In digital cameras, it is an important factor that determines the quality of a product. What is this?
Bad Boys.
Pixel.
And of course, this is a compound word of picture and element. And we go to question number 13.
Number 13 is about a device. This is different from a VCR, which stores visual signals on a magnetic tape. It is a new concept digital recording device which records data on a hard disk and plays it.
Simple.
DVD.
And Bad Boys, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
And plays it back. Unlike videotapes, it maintains high quality image and sound, and the data can be transmitted through the internet. What is this? A recorder.
Bad Boys, 5 seconds. Bad Boys.
HSDV.
Okay, why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? Simple.
PDA.
Bad Boys, 5 seconds. Bad Boys.
PDP.
Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. It is PVR that we were looking for, personal video recorder. Of course, that is the newest thing. You don't need to have a separate, tape or disc. It just does it all by itself because it has a hard drive. Isn't that wonderful? And we go to question number 14.
Okay, question number 14 is about an element. New research reveals a startling possibility for an explanation of the root of much bad behavior, exposure to this element. This study found delinquent children were 4 times as likely to have elevated concentrations of this element in their bones. This is a soft, silvery white, or grayish metal often used as material in industries.
Both stumped. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? Bad Boys. And Simple, it's your chance, 5 seconds. Simple.
Lead.
Lead is what we were looking for. And we're at our last question today.
Okay, last question, number 15, and Simple can tie this if they get the answer correct.
That's right.
Number 15 is about musical. This musical, which has been put on stage many times in Korea, will be put on stage for a month.
Simple.
Cats.
And with that, we have even the score across the board, 340 points, and that means we have the first thing this is the first time we've actually done this. This is the tie-breaking question. There is no spelling hint for this. And so, Chun-sung, let's have the important question.
Sorry to break the tie, but it's got to happen. Okay, question number 16 is about building. No spelling hints. This weighs 13 tons and is 9 feet in diameter. It is named after Sir Benjamin Hall, who was a commissioner of this construction when it was made in 1856. It is nearly 300 feet tall, and although the name first referred to the bell, it now refers to the clock. What is this? Which is a
Big Bang.
Bad Boys.
Big Bang.
And with that tiebreaker, Bad Boys, you get to go on to the finals. Congratulations. Simple, it was a very, very close game. We ended each section with the same number of points, and you guys lost with the last question on Big Ben.
They're such bad boys, aren't they?
Well, I know that there are supporters back home who are watching you. This is, of course, our Lunar New Year game, so I'm sure you want to say something for the family and friends who are watching you at the moment.
Just Happy New Year, and let's have a great time for the Lunar Year.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us. And with that, Bad Boys, we will be right back after this. Bad Boys to our final stage, and now let us welcome back the Otay team. course, it's always exciting to have Jason Kim and Kenny Park join us. You guys are always kind of, you bring your energy to the stage. This is your attempt at win number 5 in a row. Of course, if you win today, you get tickets to Hawaii. Now, this is a day before Lunar New Year game. And so we're going to give you an opportunity to say hello to the folks back home who are watching and wish them a Happy New Year. Go ahead.
I think I speak for Jason, for both of us, when I just say just want to wish everybody here in Seoul, as well as back in the States, a Happy New Year, and a Happy Lunar New Year, that is, and hope that the new year brings everything that it promised to.
And Bad Boys, would you like to do the same?
Just Happy New Year. And good luck in year 2003.
That's right. We all hope that we have a wonderful year in the year 2003. And of course, now let us go on and get to the finals game. Now, this is our final section. We give you 5 sets of questions worth 10 to 50 points each. If you get a question correct, then you can pick the next question. Of course, if you get it wrong, the chance to answer goes over to your opponents. We have some fascinating categories today. What are they?
Yes, those fascinating categories are shown on your screen: about sheep, math games, North America, ism, and economic terms.
And of course, we talked about sheep today because this new year is the year of the sheep by the lunar calendar. And so I get to pick the first question, and I will go with about sheep for 10 points. What is the most famous sheep in the history of the world? Probably Otay.
Dolly?
Yeah. And of course, she is the cloned sheep. And she was the first cloned animal that was recognized in 1997. Of course, we have some people talking about human cloning now.
Did she die?
No, she's just suffering arthritis and premature aging, so that's not a good thing for cloning.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was named after Dolly Parton. Otay team, you get to choose.
North America for 10, please.
Okay, North America for 10 points. Straddling the world's longest undefended border between the United States and Canada, this is also known as the honeymoon capital of the world with 12 million people. Otay.
Niagara Falls.
Yep. 12 million people visit this site every year. And please choose the next question you'd like, Otay.
North America for 20, please.
North America for 20 points. In 1987, this state designated the American alligator as its state reptile. Otay.
Florida.
And of course, it became more famous because of the issue we had with the votes between Gore and Bush in the 2000 U.S. presidential elections. And of course, Florida is the state we are going for. Bad Boys, I'd like to encourage you to take the risk. And Otay, you get to choose.
North America for 30, please.
North America for 30 points. Originally known as Seward's Folly, this was bought by the Otay.
Alaska.
Yes. And actually, it was purchased for just $7.2 million of gold in 1867. However, they had the Klondike Gold Rush in 1897 to 98. And of course, that was a wonderful thing. And it moved in lots of people into the state. And it became the 49th state in the year 1959.
I'd just like to say, Bad Boys, you might feel a bit intimidated right now, but it's actually North American category. And so them being from the States, they would
have the advantage.
Yeah, very, very advantageous at this point. So don't worry, a lot of points on the board, and let's see you get active after they're done with this category.
Oh well. Otay, what are you going to pick?
North America for 40, please.
Okay, North America for 40 points. This was known to Native Americans as Big River and Father of Waters. Bad Boys.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Right.
And with that, Bad Boys, you are catching up. And of course, the Mississippi is the 3rd largest in the world. And of course, it inspired lots of Mark Twain stories. And actually, it begins as a tiny outlet stream from Lake Itasca in northern Minnesota and becomes this great river stretching over 3,705 kilometers. And Bad Boys, you get to choose.
Math games for 10 points.
Math games for 10 points.
For 10 points, They say that this system is popular because the human hands have 10 fingers in all. In mathematics, this is a positional numeric system employing 10.
Otay.
Arabic number?
Yes. Or we would have taken the decimal number system. And Otay, you get to choose.
Can we close out the category North America for 50, please?
Sure, North America for 50 points.
Last year, the G8 summit held in Kananaskis, Alberta.
Otay.
Seattle?
Bad boys, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
Held in Kananaskis, Alberta, Canada, was notable for its focus on African debt relief. It was also noted for the inclusion of Russia for the first time as a full-fledged member who will receive assistance in helping to destroy stockpiles of dangerous goods in order to stop the proliferation and spread of weapons of mass destruction. The conference was attended by all major international leaders, including the summit chairman and host of the event, the Prime Minister of Canada. What is his name?
Bad boys, 5 seconds. Otay?
Chrétien?
Yes. Jean Chrétien is the Prime Minister. And Otay, you get to choose.
Ism for 10, please.
Ism for 10 points.
Of the following, which match has to do with the South Korean government? Number 1, communism, socialism. Number 2, parliamentarism, radicalism.
Otay.
Number 3?
Gosh, we were going to give you 4. And yes, constitutionalism and capitalism is right for Korea. And Otay, you get to choose.
Ism for 20, please.
Okay, ism for 20 points.
At the beginning of the 20th century, this ism flowered in the ancient lands of Asia and Africa. Thus, the 19th century had been
Bad
called
boys.
Nationalism?
Yes. And of course, it is the ideology based on the premise that the individual's loyalty and devotion to the state surpasses other individual or group interests. Bad boys, it's good to see you on the board and you get to choose.
We'll take about sheep 20 points.
About sheep for 20 points. In astrology, this is the first sign of the zodiac, represented by a ram and lasting, Otay.
Sagittarius?
Ooh, bad boys, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. Represented by a ram and lasting from approximately March 21st to April 19th. This is classified as a fire sign, and its ruling planet is Mars. Also, this is a zodiacal constellation of the northern hemisphere lying between Pisces and Taurus. What is this? Bad boys, 5 seconds. The ram sign, Otay.
Libra?
Bad boys, 5 seconds. The Libra is the scale, and actually we were looking for the ram sign, Aries. And I get to choose. I will go with math games for 20 points.
For 20 points. 9th century Arab writers called one of the equal factors of a number a blank, and their medieval translators.
Otay.
0.
And their
Bad boys, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
and their medieval translators used a Latin word radix. In mathematics, this is a number that when multiplied by itself, a given number of times equals another number. What is this?
Bad boys, 5 seconds. Bad boys.
Root.
Yes, the root. Bad boys, you get to choose.
Economic term for 10 points, please.
Economic term for 10 points.
Hello, my name is Kim Yu-kyung, and I'm Senior Vice President at the Korea Stock Exchange in charge of research and international relations. I'm glad to meet all of you watching the Contenders right before our New Year's holiday. What are your hopes for the new year? Personally, I wish the Korean economy, along with the world economy, will improve in 2003. On that note, why don't we go on to to today's questions in this category. I wish all of you good luck. Let's start with the easy questions. Of the following, which is not an international economic organization? 1. ADB, 2. OPEC, 3. IMF, 4. IBRD.
Bad boys.
Number 2, OPEC.
That's right. OPEC, of course, is the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, and of course, the only non-international economic organization in the list. And bad boys, you get to choose.
We'll continue with economic terms for 20 points.
Sure, economic term for 20 points.
Perhaps the forecasts most familiar to the public are those of the gross national product and its elements. GNP is the total value of goods and services.
Bad boys.
GDP.
Yeah. And of course, GDP, gross domestic product, refers to the total value of all goods and services produced within a country in a year minus net income from investments in other countries. And bad boys, you get to
We'll
choose.
continue with economic terms for 30 points.
Sure, economic term for 30 points.
This may be an economic term that you are familiar with, but you have to get both questions right. In finance, double witching hour refers to a time in financial market that both of them expire at the same time. What are these two terms?
Double witching hour. Bad boys.
Futures and option.
And bad boys and Otay, you are at even score, 140 across the board. And bad boys, you get to choose.
We'll choose ism for 30 points.
Sure, ism for 30 points.
Ism for 30 points. Recently, Nobel Prize winner Günter Grass said that the reason for this is rightful anger that arises from inequality between developed Western countries and
Otay.
Racism.
Bad boys, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
and third world nations. It has been used by political organizations with both rightist and leftist objectives, by nationalistic and ethnic groups, by revolutionaries, and by the armies and secret polices of governments themselves. What is this unpredictable violence against governments, publics, or individuals to attain a political objective?
Bad boys, 5 seconds. Bad boys?
Terrorism.
Yes. And bad boys, you have moved ahead. 170 versus Otay's 140. You get to choose.
We'll go to about sheep for 30 points.
About sheep for 30 points. Sheep were first domesticated from the wild species of sheep by at least 5000 BC, and their remains have been found at numerous sites of early human habitation in the Middle East, Europe, and Central Asia. Domesticated sheep are raised for their fleece, their milk, and meat. Sheep's meat was an important source. Otay.
Fur.
And bad boys, it's your chance to answer. Sheep's meat was an important source of food for nomads, and nowadays it is a popular material for various dishes. The flesh of immature animals is called lamb, and that of mature sheep is called this. What is this? Bad boys, 5 seconds. Bad boys.
Goat.
Okay, and I would like to remind you, think of all of the dishes you've had sheep's meat. You know, you sit down at a restaurant, you open the menu, and you see lamb and this to describe mature sheep meat. Bad boys.
Lamb.
No, that was the young meat that I gave you the hint for. Otay, 5 seconds. Otay?
Venison?
No, actually, we're looking for mutton. I guess you don't eat a lot of adult sheep meat. It's pretty good. And I'll choose next. I will go with math games for 30 points.
For 30 points. This branch of mathematics derives its name from the fact that it formerly dealt only with affairs of state. Simple forms of this has been used since the beginning of civilization, when pictorial representations or other symbols were used to record numbers of people, animals, and inanimate objects on skins, slabs, or sticks of wood and the walls of caves. What is the science of collecting, analyzing, presenting, and interpreting data?
The science of collecting. Otay.
Statistics.
Yes. And of course, the population census is a form of this. Otay and Bad Boys, you are even at 170 points, and Otay, you get to choose.
About sheep for 40, please.
About sheep for 40 points. The legs and face of this breed of sheep are white. It has a considerable growth of wool on its face, but it is seldom extensive enough to cause wool blindness, which is obscured vision due to extensive growth of wool. Now, the fine wool fibers of this sheep's fleece are beautifully, Otay.
Cashmere.
Bad Boys, it's your chance to answer. Sheep's fleeces are beautifully crimped. The breed has become prominent in many countries worldwide. What is this breed of fine wool sheep originating in Spain? Bad Boys. 5 seconds. Bad Boys?
Mango?
Okay, I'm sure we've all gone shopping for wool sweaters. Otay?
Merino. Wool.
Yes. And Otay, you've moved ahead 210 versus Bad Boys 170. This is a very close game, and Otay, you get to choose.
About sheep for 50, please.
Closing out the category, about sheep, 50 points. Sheep, giraffes, okapis, deer, cattle, and goats all have something in common. They have 4-chambered stomachs and 2-toed feet. The upper incisors are reduced or sometimes absent. Also, they eat quickly, storing masses of grass or foliage in the first chamber of the stomach, the rumen. Otay.
Gizzard.
Bad Boys, it's your chance to answer. Where it softens. They later regurgitate this material and chew it again to further break down its cellulose content, which is difficult to digest. What is the term that refers to such animals, which regurgitate its food? Bad Boys, 5 seconds. Bad Boys.
Cow?
Okay. Now, again, this is a group of animals that regurgitates its food.
It can also be used as a verb, too, this word, to describe the process.
Otay.
Vomit.
The vomit animals.
Okay. No, and Bad Boys, I'll give you 5 seconds.
Digest. Digest.
No, we were actually aiming for cud-chewing animals or ruminant. Ruminant. And I will choose ism question for 40 points.
Okay, for 40 points. Recently, this ism is adopted in many forms in many countries of different situations. Developing countries have stronger tendencies.
Bad Boys.
Globalization.
Otay, it's your chance to answer, and please finish the question.
Developing countries have stronger tendencies of this towards nations that are inferior than them in terms of economic status, that is, nations with a lower GNP. It's the theory or idea that there is a causal link between inherited physical traits and certain traits of personality, intellect, or culture, and combined with it, the notion that some races are inherently superior to others. What is this?
Otay, 5 seconds. Otay.
Racism.
Yes. And with that, Otay, you have moved ahead 250 to Bad Boys 170. This is still a close game, and Otay, you get to choose.
Ism for 50, please.
Closing out the category, ism, 50 points.
For 50 points. The term arose from the U.S. of the 1890s, since the military coup d'etat in Argentina in 1943, as Vice President and Labor Minister Juan Domingo Perón advocated Peronism, which is also a form of this. This ism refers to
Otay.
Populism.
Oh, man.
Very good. And with that, Otay, you get to choose.
Question.
Math games for 40.
Math games for 40 points.
For 40 points. In 1619, in the military camp of the Duke of Bavaria, a soldier was lazily watching the movements of a fly. He attempted to describe its position, and this led him to propose a new mathematical concept. Later on, this new concept was named after him. He is a French philosopher, scientist, and mathematician.
Otay.
Descartes.
Yes. And Otay, you get to choose.
Math games for 50.
Math games closing out the category with 50 points.
This mathematical concept emanated from the Polaris missile program of the United States Defense Department. The Polaris submarine-launched ballistic missile program, begun by the United States in 1956, was the first highly complex system that required new management techniques to be brought to successful completion. What is the name of this management technique?
Bad boys.
FMS.
Otay, 5 seconds. We were looking for PERT, Program Evaluation and Review Technique. And we have 2 questions on the board, which actually I will go with economic term for 40 points.
For the 5th straight month, the Bank of Korea announced that they will maintain this at its current status. This
Otay.
Interest rate?
Bad boys, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
refers to the interest rate that banks charge to brokers to finance margin loans to investors. And the Bank of Korea controls this by expanding or decreasing money supply. It is often mentioned in the economy section in newspapers. What is it?
Bad boys, 5 seconds. Bad boys.
The discount rate.
Okay. We are Otay.
Overnight lending rate?
Bad boys.
Inflation.
It is the call money rate or the broker loan rate that we were looking for. And we have just one question left. We have economic term for 50 points.
Recently, Korean economists said that the future of the world economy is unpredictable, and the emphasis on this helps mitigate difficulties in trade. Due to this, the Chinese economy may grow at a higher speed, whereas the status of the Korean economy is becoming more uncertain. This refers to a trade policy in which the economies of nations whose political and economic ties are close will become stronger, but those of other countries will be excluded. What is this?
Bad boys.
Free trade area.
And Otay, 5 seconds. Actually, we are looking for block economy. And of course, the EEA and NAFTA are examples of this. Oh, very, very tough game. But in the end, Otay comes out the winner. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Now, Bad Boys, you gave the Otay team a run for the money, actually. And you did a great job. This is, of course, the game that we have the day before Lunar New Year. And I'm sure there's family and friends who are gathered around the TV watching you right now. Now, well, I know you wish them a Happy New Year. But would you like to express another word for those supporters?
I think we have to study harder.
And that's your new goal for the new year?
Yeah, and Happy New Year to everybody who have supported us, and have loads of tteokguk tomorrow.
That's right. We need to have tteokguk to age another year, right?
That's right. And I will certainly be having some. Will you?
Definitely. One bowl, of course. Don't want to age 2 years in 1 year. And thank you very much for joining us, Bad Boys team. But now, Otay team, this is your win number 5 in a row. This means you have tickets to go to Hawaii. And of course, this is a great way to kick off a new Lunar New Year. I know you have supporters back home too. Would you like to say a word?
Yeah, I want to say hi to all my friends back home in Los Angeles, all my friends in Seoul watching me. I won again, you guys. And I just want to say, these guys play great. I mean, even the score seems like it doesn't, but I mean, these guys play great games. So I just want to give hats off to these guys too. So.
Thank you. And with that, we have the Otay team. They won 5 times in a row. We'll see what happens next week. Will they go on to win number 6? And for all of you who are watching, thank you so much for your support for the Contenders. And 새해 복 많이 받으세요.